You know how sometimes you click on an ad and it feels like it read your mind?
Uh-huh.
Or maybe you're just browsing your favorite site and bam, there's that product you were just thinking about.
Happens all the time, right?
Exactly. There's a whole world of really intricate strategy behind that and a key player making it happen.
Okay.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into that world. We're shining a spotlight on the pivotal role of the digital advertising manager.
Yeah.
Okay, let's actually unpack this. What is this role, really? And why is it so incredibly crucial now in this, always-on digital world?
It's a great question, and it really touches every single one of us every day. See, a digital advertising manager, they're not just putting up a digital billboard. It's way more sophisticated. It's this highly strategic process designed to connect businesses directly with you, the customer. And it's done in this incredibly targeted, data-driven way. So our mission today, it's to give you a really solid understanding of this role because, honestly, getting this is key to grasping modern business strategy. It unlocks career opportunities, too, in a really dynamic field.
Mm-hmm.
And it even helps understand how information and, commerce flow around us. Think of this deep dive as like your shortcut to being properly informed about a career that blends creativity with some serious analytical skills.
That blend seems more critical than ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so let's start by defining it. What we found is that a digital advertising manager, or DAM for short, DAM is truly a linchpin. That's the word used.
Mm-hmm.
A linchpin within the marketing and advertising landscape of, modern businesses. That description alone, pivotal role, tells you a lot about how central it's become.
It really does.
And their core job.
Yeah.
It's overseeing the strategic planning, the execution, and the constant optimization of digital ad campaigns. Just think about the sheer scale of platforms involved now. It's not just one website anymore, is it?
Not at all. It's a whole universe of digital touchpoints.
Yeah.
And what's really fascinating here is how these DAMs use advanced analytics, very sophisticated targeted techniques, and, granular data-driven insights.
Across all those platforms you mentioned.
Exactly. Across everything. We're talking social media giants, Meta, TikTok, you name it. Search engines like Google, obviously. Then there are the display networks you see banners on, plus countless other digital mediums. And their main goal, above everything else, maximize the return on investment, the ROI.
Right. Get the most bang for the buck.
Precisely. For every single dollar spent on advertising, it's not just about spending, it's about spending smart and making sure every campaign fits perfectly with the bigger business goals. Maybe that's brand awareness, maybe it's leads, maybe direct sales.
Fine.
It's about being incredibly effective with every single dollar.
So if we zoom in on their day-to-day, it sounds much more hands-on than just high-level strategy.
Oh, definitely.
Our research shows DAMs are responsible for the actual creation, execution, and that ongoing optimization of these online campaigns. It sounds like it's definitely not a set-it-and-forget-it kind of job. More like set it, watch it like a hawk.
And probably tweak it during your lunch break. Yeah, that's about right.
Exactly. Not set it and forget it all. In fact, that data-driven part seems to be what really defines it. DAMs are constantly using data analytics, right?
Mm-hmm.
To measure how campaigns are doing, basically in real time.
Constantly.
Which means they're routinely assessing, tweaking strategies based on immediate feedback, market trends, even shifts in how people are behaving online. That cycle, assess, adapt, improve, that's what makes it effective,
Yeah.
Ensures the money isn't just wasted.
Indeed. It's a role that demands a really complex and honestly constantly evolving set of skills. When we talk about their expertise, it goes way beyond just marketing basics. DAMs need a deep understanding of complex algorithms, the ones that decide which ads get shown where and when.
Right, the secret sauce behind the platforms.
Exactly. And the ins and outs of all the different ad buying platforms. Think about programmatic advertising.
Where it's all automated, right?
Pretty much. Ads bought and sold in real time by machines using algorithms. A DAM isn't just picking a website. They're setting up these systems to bid on ad space across millions of sites and apps, using data to target specific people at specific times for the right price, all in milliseconds.
Right.
So they can effectively hit the right audiences with really compelling, tailored content. They're not just creative types, they're deeply technical.
A mix.
A real mix. And crucially, they are super proficient in budget management and allocation. meticulously making sure resources are used efficiently across all channels, squeezing every bit of value out.
Precision meets impact, you could say.
That's a good way to put it.
That sounds like a fascinating blend of, left brain and right brain thinking.
It really is.
It also feels like they can't be working in a silo. It must be very collaborative. We learn DAMs work closely with creative teams for the visuals, the copy, but also with data analysts to make sense of all that performance data.
Right. And brand managers, too, to keep the message consistent.
Makes sense? And they even connect with marketing and sales departments to make sure the ads line up with broader business goals.
Yes, it's a real team effort. If you connect this to the bigger picture, DAMs play this crucial role collaborating with all sorts of stakeholders across the business. They're not just executing orders, they are vital for spotting emerging digital trends and technologies.
So they're kind of the company's eyes and ears on the digital ad front.
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
Spotting what's next, which means they're constantly implementing best practices, sticking to industry standards, regulations, which, as you can imagine, are always changing, especially around privacy and data.
Oh, yeah. That's huge now.
It is. So the role is incredibly dynamic. It demands constant learning, constant adaptation just to stay competitive and, achieve measurable success. It's about being a strategic, forward-thinking leader who can handle a rapidly changing world.
Okay, now, for those listening who might be thinking, hey, this sounds pretty interesting, maybe even like a career for me. Here's where it gets really interesting. What does that journey actually look like? How do you become a digital advertising manager?
Yeah.
What's the path?
Good question.
Our research suggests it involves cultivating this unique mix, strategic thinking, creativity, and that solid technical know-how.
That covers a lot, doesn't it?
It really does. From big picture planning down to the nitty-gritty of setting up a campaign, it's not one skill, it's like a whole symphony of them.
Absolutely. And to start, a key first step is getting a solid grasp of digital marketing fundamentals. That could be through formal education, like a degree, or maybe specialized online courses, certifications. There are lots of options now.
A theory isn't enough, right?
Not at all. Hands-on experience is critical. You need to actually do it. Manage campaigns on platforms like Google Ads, social media ad managers, set up the ads, target the audiences, see what happens.
Get your hands dirty with the data.
Exactly. And crucially, develop strong analytical skills. You need to interpret that data and use the insights to optimize to make things better. Which brings up an important point. How vital is continuous learning in a field that changes so fast?
I imagine it's essential.
Our findings hammer this home. Networking with people in the industry, staying totally current with trends, it's crucial for success. What works today might be old news next year. Curiosity and adaptability are just paramount.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Given that blend of skills, what about formal education? Is a specific degree usually required?
We looked into the data on that. It gives some pretty clear pointers. For a DAM, the most common requirement is a bachelor's degree. That pops up for about 77.63% of jobs.
So the vast majority.
Right. A master's degree is sought after for maybe 14.4% of roles, and a doctorate or professional degree is much rarer, around 3.38%. So while more education can help, a bachelor's is the typical starting point.
And what about experience? You mentioned getting hands-on skills.
Yeah. What's really interesting is that the average experience listed to start in many related roles is often just 0 years.
Really? That low?
Yeah, it suggests that if you have the right foundational education and some demonstrable hands-on experience, maybe through internships or early projects, you can get your foot in the door relatively early. It's not necessarily about needing decades under your belt right away, but more about having those practical, usable skills.
That's actually quite encouraging, especially that entry-level experience part. So once someone has that foundation, maybe an entry-level job, how do they climb the ladder to go into full DAM? What roles typically come first?
Well, the path often starts with that education, maybe boosted by specialized certifications. Things like Google Ads, certs, they prove, search and display ads, or Facebook Blueprint, which goes deep into Meta's ad platform. HubSpot's inbound marketing is another popular one.
So practical skills validation.
Exactly. Then, early career roles are often things like digital marketing assistants or coordinators. In those jobs, you get invaluable hands-on time, maybe managing smaller campaigns, analyzing basic performance data, learning the operational ropes.
Learning by doing.
Precisely. As those skills grow and you start building a track record of, getting results, people often move up to roles like digital marketing specialist or strategist, taking on more responsibility there, crafting more complex campaigns.
Okay, makes sense. And then after those specialist roles, How do you make the leap to manager, the digital advertising manager itself, where you're really running the show?
Our research points to needing several years of that progressively responsible experience, usually think 3 to 5 years, something like that. And you need a proven track record. You have to show you can successfully manage campaigns.
Results matter.
Absolutely. Then you can move into the DAM role. That's where you start overseeing the big strategies across multiple channels, managing larger budgets, often leading a small teams, or guiding junior folks.
Taking on leadership, too.
Right. And for those aiming even higher, more advanced positions might need extra expertise in, say, really sophisticated data analytics, or maybe storytelling, turning data into compelling insights, and definitely strong leadership skills.
To mentor and drive change?
Exactly. But the common thread, again, it's constantly stressed, continued professional development, staying current with the absolute latest trends and tech. It's crucial for success and moving up.
It really sounds like a career that demands you be a lifelong learner.
It truly does. No resting on your laurels in this field.
All right, let's talk about the bottom line. It's often a key thing people consider when looking at careers. Compensation. So what does all this mean for you, the listener, in terms of salary potential if you were to pursue this kind of dynamic career?
Yeah, the money question, always important.
Our findings give us some solid numbers. The highest paying states for digital advertising managers, California leads the pack at an impressive $118,518 yearly on average.
Wow, okay.
Then Virginia at $86,895 yearly, and New York close behind at $84,969 per year. These are pretty significant figures.
Yeah, they really are. Well above the average for many jobs. And those figures tell a story about the market. California, for instance, you've got Silicon Valley, strong creative industries. The high salary isn't just cost of living, it's the sheer density of tech companies pushing the envelope in digital ads.
Creates huge demand for talent.
Exactly, it makes it super competitive. Virginia is interesting, maybe reflects a strong government contracting scene needing digital outreach, or perhaps a growing tech corridor outside DC.
Could be.
And New York, well, it's New York. Global hub for media, advertising, finance, marketing expertise is just highly valued there. It really backs up that idea. Knowledge is valuable when you can apply it. The salary potential links directly to the tangible value these managers bring to a business.
They drive growth, profitability.
Right. They're not just spending money, they're generating measurable results that hit the bottom line. And of course, things like company size, the specific industry, any extra specializations like knowing programmatic inside out can push those numbers even higher.
Got it. So context matters too.
Oh.
We've certainly covered a lot of ground today, haven't we?
We really have.
We've journeyed through this whole dynamic world of the digital advertising manager, from their core jobs and strategic impact to the actual path someone might take to become one, the skills needed.
The lifelong learning aspect.
Right, and even the pretty robust compensation that makes it an attractive field.
Indeed. And like we always say, there's always more to learn. So I'd encourage you, listening now, to maybe think about how this conversation might shift your perspective a bit. Think about how digital advertising subtly nudges your daily decisions, what you see, what you consume.
Yeah, makes you look at those ads differently.
Or how understanding this strategic role might change how you see the businesses you interact with every day. And maybe you even reflect on your own skills. Creativity, analytical thinking, project management. What transferable skills do you have? Could they apply to a dynamic field like this? Maybe it even sparks an interest to explore it more.
Definitely some food for thought there. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. We'll catch you next.